Hello, this is Grok the Spock. Now today, I'll be doing a request. Now the request is from my little brother Billy. That being said, I will be reviewing the Fast and the Furious franchise, all 5 movies. Now before anyone bitches about this, Tokyo Drift was the 3rd movie released, true, but it is the 5th movie chronologically, so fuck you. Now, with that being said again, here is the first film. The Fast and the Furious, starring Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, and Jordana Brewster. Rated PG-13 for fast cars, big muscles, and a plethora of sexy Asian, Hispanic, and black women in bikinis. Fun fact, Mark Wahlberg, Christian Bale, and Marshall Mathers were all considered for the role of Brian O'Connor, but they weren't white enough. The Fast and the Furious is about a cop, Brian O'Connor, portrayed by Paul Walker, who goes undercover to infiltrate a group of super thieves, whose leader, Dominic Toretto, portrayed by Vin Diesel, keeps things under wraps pretty well. I like this film. It's a solid action film and gives you everything you want out of an action film, including sexy women, fast cars, really good racing sequences, and of course, shit exploding. But more importantly, what makes it a good film is the acting isn't that bad. The story is quite solid. The characters are likable and sympathetic, and Vin Diesel's crew in the film consider themselves a close-knit family, and the performances make you believe that these characters have actually known each other for years. The only thing I have a problem with is why no one suspected Brian as a cop. Well, one guy did, but everyone ignored him. I mean, the guy is white as fuck and a douchebag. That tells me cop. Good movie, so go watch it. Now for the second film. Too Fast, Too Furious, starring Paul Walker, Tyrese Gibson, Eva Mendes, Cole Hauser, and Ludacris. Rated PG-13 for having the same plot as the first film, replacing Vin Diesel with Tyrese Gibson, and Ejectocito, cuz! Fun fact, Ja Rule was in negotiations for this film, but turned it down to pursue other film projects. You know, because he's a rapper. Too Fast, Too Furious shows the return of Brian O'Connor, this time not a cop, due to the events of the first film. But he has a chance to redeem himself. He has to go undercover, again, to infiltrate a group of bad guys, again. Vin Diesel opted out of this film because he was smart, so they replaced him with Tyrese Gibson, whose only function in the movie is to say stupid-ass, unfunny one-liners that make you want to punch yourself in the face. Anyway, Brian can't do the job alone, so he asked the cops to release his friend Roman, portrayed by Tyrese Gibson, from house arrest to help him. Eva Mendes, racing, and explosions commence, then you have the end of the movie. I don't like this movie at all. It's not good. The story is obviously recycled. The performances were lazy. And like I said earlier, it relies on mainly stupid, unfunny one-liners. Bad movie. Don't watch it. Now on to the next film. Fast and Furious, starring Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, and Jordana Brewster. Rated PG-13 for faster cars, bigger muscles, and Michelle Rodriguez being sexy. Fun fact, Vin Diesel originally wanted to film this movie and the sequel back-to-back, but he's an actor, so fuck him. In Fast and Furious, Brian O'Connor is now an FBI agent, God knows how, and he teams up with Dominic Toretto once again to take down a sleazy drug dealer who killed Vin Diesel's girlfriend and is importing heroin, ruining a small town somewhere in Hispaniola. Finally, another good film in the franchise. I like this movie because it's fresh. They don't focus on the racing as much as the first two, opting instead to focus more on the story and character development. Don't get me wrong, there's 10 times more action in this film than in the previous two. The acting is superb for an action flick, and the drama is slick. Plus, these are the characters people want to see. Good movie, go watch it. Now for another Furious film. Fast 5, starring Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, Dwayne Johnson, Jordana Brewster, Tyrese Gibson, and Ludacris. Rated PG-13 for having one too many rappers and wrestlers, The Rock finding an excuse to say the word fuck, and a badass fight scene. Fun fact, The Rock wears tight clothes and gets his ass handed to him in this movie. Typical pussy. Everyone knows how much I hate The Rock, but my hatred won't stop me from liking this movie. Easily the best film in the franchise, Fast 5 follows Dominic Toretto, Brian O'Connor, and the gang on the run because of the events from the first film, and they are on the run from a mercenary, steroid-infused Hawaiian cop portrayed by The Rock. Great film. Gritty action, good acting, more character development. Now, there's only one race in this movie, and I'm fine with that because it's not what the films are about anymore. One special highlight I want to discuss real quick is the fight scene with Vin Diesel and The Rock. It is one of the most purely emotional fights I've ever seen on film. The fight starts after The Rock destroys Vin Diesel's prized car, but when Vin Diesel sees The Rock's men him manhandling his little sister, he becomes an unstoppable juggernaut who almost and should have killed The Rock. Superior in every way to the rest of the films in the series so far. Go watch it. Now for the final film in the series. The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, starring that one redneck kid from Sling Blade, like Mike, and a van in the shape of the Incredible Hulk and a lot of Japanese people. Rated PG-13 for sucking really bad. Oh yeah, and Little Bow Wow drives a fucking Hulk van. Fun fact, Zachary Ty Bryan, who played Brad Taylor in Home Improvement, plays a douchebag in this film due to not having a career. That movie sucks. Do not watch that fucking movie at all. I'm telling you, you will fucking die. It is a piece of shit. Bye.